culture. Wow.
I do not.
Oh, look at you.
I don't.
Look at you, man.
I don't see.
Patriots hater.
No, I'm not a Patriots hater. I love what they've been able to do. But this is a guy. We all recognize what Lane Johnson is saying. These guys are puppets at the podium. All except Tom Brady, and even Tom won't go too far. He'll buck a little bit, but he won't go too far. But when you got to think, Lane Johnson he's a player that's playing alongside LeGarrette Blount and across from Chris Long, who just won a Super Bowl last season with the New England Patriots. You don't think they've shared these comments about the Patriot way? Like, this isn't just him just saying something out of the side of his face. No, he's heard this, but you see it. Regardless of if they've had conversation and they've told him about what the culture is and what it's like, we all know, as a former player, I've talked to several guys who played in New England. One being Ty Law. It's like, man, they try to control everything you do. And it's evident with just watching them at the podium. You heard about him talking about just, guys, loosen up, have fun, embrace it, enjoy it. When you win, there's a certain way that people want you to look and things that they want you to say when you win. Lane Johnson right now is taking every shot that he possibly can. Why? Because he had to listen to every one of us and everybody else talk about what they weren't going to do, how they were underdogs, how they shouldn't have made it even out of the first divisional round. And so he's like, look, we're having fun. This is who we are. I can relate to what Lane Johnson is saying because we felt like that in Green Bay. We were the loose team. We were the young team. We were the underdogs. The Pittsburgh Steelers were the team that, if the Pittsburgh Steelers win, will they be considered a dynasty? We don't care about that. All we care about is winning, and we went about it our way. And that's what the Philadelphia Eagles were able to do this year. I commend him. He's only saying what we all see. It's you can refute it all you want. What Lane Johnson is saying is clearly evident.
I have the comments from Lane Johnson that weren't in the sound, that was the clip that we heard. So he also added there that it feels great to win a championship fair and square. And also, it's also great to win when you don't have the other team's defensive signals. So he just threw all that stuff out on the Patriots. But I'm with you on this. I love it from this standpoint, and he's right. Because of Belichick and the success that they have, they can treat players like they don't matter. And we've seen it. Guys coming in and now fear-based, will cut you. They don't care because they've had that kind of success. Whereas other teams look at players and maybe they don't have that because they haven't won and they need the players. So I do see what he's saying. The Eagles were loose. Everybody counted them out for the most part. Not everybody, but a lot of people did. And what did they do? Even after their quarterback got hurt, everything, they just continued doing what they were doing. Their coach, perfect example. Everybody say, okay, you're in the Super Bowl now you got to be a little more rigid. No, he did all the same stuff that they had done all year. They didn't freeze up like a lot of teams do against the Patriots. They played their game of football. So I understand what he's saying, and I'm all about it. And it's easier to say. They did win. Patriots lost. When you win, you get to say whatever you want, and I love it. So I'm all in on Lane Johnson.
Look, the question was, do you have a problem with Lane Johnson?
No, I don't.
Who are you? And I like Lane Johnson, and I like being loose.
You trying to tell him to stay in his lane?
Who are you? You won one Super Bowl.
Here we go.
Who are you to criticize a team that has won 5? And you're essentially criticizing Bill Belichick.
Number one.
This is, in most people's opinion.
He did not criticize them. He just said.
He said they don't have fun, and I would rather win 1 and have fun than win 5 and not have fun.
That's just sharing his sentiments.
That tells me you're satisfied. He's satisfied with his one little ring. The great thing about New England is they aren't satisfied. Tom Brady isn't satisfied with 5. He isn't satisfied, and everybody except Rob Parker thinks he's the GOAT. That's the culture. Look, the fun comes in the winning. Bill Belichick, from everything I've read, doesn't care what you do away from the facility. He just wants you, when you in that facility, when you're in front of that mic, when you're in the meetings, it's game day, be dialed in. All you want to do away from the facility, as long as you dialed in, you can. Tom Brady just made a bunch of documentaries.
How'd that work out for him?
Rob Gronkowski doesn't have fun? I mean, come on.
He's the only guy who has
fun when
fun.
you're not in the building. And then you reap the benefits in the offseason. You got all this time to have fun as a winner.
Chris,
That's the fun.
You look at those two.
One Super Bowl and you criticizing the GOAT coach and the GOAT quarterback? Come on.
You look at those two teams. You tell me, just by looking at those two teams, which team would be more fun to be on?
Fine.
I'm asking
it
you.
ain't about having fun.
No, but they had fun and
winning.
they won. And they won.
One.
No, but that's the one that we're talking about.
You don't think
Who's
Tom
the
Brady's
champion
having
now?
fun?
Chris, let me break it down to you like this.
Uh-oh.
Let me break it down to you like this. You got kids, right?
Yes.
What do you tell your kids when they go play sports?
My kids aren't getting paid millions of dollars
Answer the
and
question.
on national TV playing
Answer the question first.
When they played their little high school field hockey, go have fun.
Okay, now
and they have fun winning, not losing.
Okay, so if they continue to elevate to the next level and get to the professional ranks, you're going to want them to stop having fun just to win?
No, who's saying you
That's
can't
what you're
have,
saying. That's what you're saying because you're saying what they're dialed in. I get it. You can't tell me that it's impossible to be dialed in but yet have
I'm
fun.
not saying
It's possible.
Does Rob Gronkowski not have fun?
Who else?
He has
He's
fun.
Tom Brady in his own way. Look, I do agree that they have. I've talked to some of the people that have worked in that organization. It is different. That's what I've been told. They don't have as much fun as other teams. But to say they don't have any fun, and I would say fun is in the winning. How fun is it to go to have your last game of the season be a loss?
Okay, so fun is in the winning. So how do you think they felt after when they didn't win this past
They're
Super Bowl?
down.
They're down just like any other team. And probably you would wish if you were a part of that team, man, I didn't even have fun while we did all this. I couldn't even enjoy it.
Right, along the way.
I couldn't even enjoy it.
I think it's different types of guys. There are some guys. Look, Tom Brady, I wouldn't have fun eating his diet. But he likes that. He has fun eating it. There are different types of players have fun doing different things. A Gronkowski can be who he is there. Like I said, I understand it's a more buttoned up culture.
Absolutely.
You know, and some guys can't deal with it.
That's all Lane is saying.
Kevin Falk.
It's fear-based.
Kevin Falk wrote in the Players Tribune a year ago about how much fun he had with the Patriots, how he's so happy that he played his entire career there. He talked about Tom Brady and Matt Castle going back and forth with pranks in the locker room and all that. I think you can have a degree of fun, but it might not just be the no-holds-barred atmosphere that Lane Johnson and maybe some other players want. But I would take winning with fun in moderation versus winning every blue moon, as I think the Eagles did. We'll see what they follow up with, and having all the fun, you want to have. Because you can have fun. You got plenty of time to have fun.
I'm all about having fun. I'm all about winning. But at the same token, if you tell me I have to sacrifice who I am just to win, I'm unwilling to do that.
Sacrifice it where? For the hours that you're in the building?
But it doesn't matter where or when or how long. You're telling me to leave a piece of who I am. No, leave that outside. Leave that outside. When you get in here, straight face, let's focus. It's locked, so we can't crack a joke on something.
But that's
we don't know. I'm really dissecting it right now.
They can't crack jokes. I'm sure they can crack jokes.
But my point is, what Lane Johnson is saying is it's fear-based. It is. When you listen to even Belichick at the podium, you listen to him. It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, are you saying that? I mean, it's like,
good.
it's really
not worth the 5 rings.
I'm not saying, I would love to have the 5 rings. I'm not going to say I wouldn't, but you're not going to minimize my one.
Look,
because I have fun with it.
But look at it from this standpoint. He's just saying the way that they went about winning and the way that their team was set up, that he's looking at it saying, I enjoyed this the whole ride. It was fun. We did what we were supposed to do. We got counted out, and we won. Right. So there isn't only one way to win by being buttoned up and have a gruff coach and getting rid of players like they don't matter. That's what he was saying. One guy went down Wentz, and the next guy came in. It wasn't like the Patriots are the only way to win championships. That's the way I read it.
Absolutely.
I didn't look at it as about joke time and practical jokes and that. I'm talking about there is another way to win. You can be
there's another way to win.
There is.
He said, I agree, there are plenty of ways to win. Nobody's won as much as them. And you guys know in various sports, a lot of the best coaches, managers, whatever, are stern. I mean, look, he did some crazy stuff. But Bobby Knight ran a fear-based ship. And he's one of the best coaches in basketball history. There are several coaches who have been like that. Greg Popovich, every player's not built for the San Antonio Spurs. And some of them get shipped out. But those that can handle it get rewarded handsomely because they win. And they have fun in moderation.
Phil Jackson.
He's a different breed. And I'm not saying that's the only way to win. I'm not saying the only way to win is the Belichick way. Right. I'm just saying you, after one Super Bowl, a week later.
How many does he have to have? He has to have 3 or 4 before he can speak out?
You are criticizing the team that won 5. The GOAT coach, the GOAT quarterback.
Let me tell you something, Chris. When you knock out the champ, they're no longer the champ in your eyes. You are.
Stay the champ.
Okay, let's try this. Let's do our own experiment. Rob and Greg, you guys be super loose the rest of the show. You be super stiff. We'll see who has the better. Who has the better arguments.
There we go.
I'm into it.
Come on, Chris.
We'll see who's got the rings at the end of this.
Well, we got to switch this up.
I got 2 already.
We have more to get to here. The new lit Cavs guys blew out the Celtics yesterday, and now they're back to being the favorites in the East.